What is going on, guys? Primetime back here again with another video, and today in this video we are going to be reviewing the Mattel Creations exclusive Elite LWO 5-pack. Let's do it! Starting off first, just looking at the package in all of its glory. Oh my goodness, I have waited and waited and waited and waited for so long. Hey! August rolls around. Oh, sorry about you. We're delaying it till late August. And we finally have it here on the last day of August. Well, that's actually the day I got it. The day the review comes out might be later, but I'm just really excited to get this package in the mail finally, the set. You get so much offered in this set, and let's just go ahead and dive right on into the people that you get in this set. So it does include Cruz del Toro, Rey Mysterio, Zelina Vega, Santos Escobar, and Joaquin Wilde, formerly known as the LWO. Not so much anymore, although there's been some changes, but at the time of the pre-order, they were the LWO. So now let's take a good look at the package here, just bringing it up a little bit closer. As you can see right here, you got Viva la Raza at the top, and then over here we do got the WWE logo. Moving down, we do got Cruz del Toro. Then we got Rey Mysterio, an interesting Rey to say the least. Elite Collection, Zelina Vega. Look at that Zelina figure. Holy. Moving down, we do got Santos Escobar, and then Joaquin Wilde right here. And then as you can see, all their names: Joaquin Wilde, Santos Escobar, Zelina Vega, Rey Mysterio, and Cruz del Toro. Moving to the side of the package, as you can see right here, we do got the LWO logo. We got Cruz del Toro, Joaquin Wilde, Santos Escobar, Zelina Vega, and Rey Mysterio with the Elite Collection. And then flipping it over to the back of the package, WWE logo, there's Joaquin Wilde, Rey Mysterio when he was United States Champion, Santos Escobar, Zelina Vega, and Cruz del Toro. And then there's Viva la Raza. You can pause the video if you want to read this. And then moving down below, we do got the LWO logo with the Elite Collection logo on the back of the box. Also, I thought it'd be worth mentioning the top of the box. You do got this nice LWO logo with the Spanish flag, the green, white, and red on the top of the package. Looks really nice, and it is an amazing touch. Now, here are all 5 figures outside of the packaging, and my, oh my, I'm already seeing great and beautiful things with these figures. So what we're going to do is we're going to take each individual figure and review it, and then we're going to come back at the end with our final thoughts on the box set, and we're going to do a ranking of each figure in this set. So starting out with our first figure in this set, it is none other than Joaquin Wilde. Now, this is not his first ever figure. He has had a basic and a chase basic released in the basic line before. It's formerly known as the main event line. But I can tell you just by looking at this is going to be the one you're going to want to have in your collection. So now just looking at the figure here, starting off, we have a head scan, and my goodness, that head scan just looks amazing on this figure. Look at that. That smirk looks just like Joaquin Wilde. I'm not a big Joaquin Wilde guy, but I can say this head scan looks amazing. Then we do have the cloth LWO t-shirt here. Moving down onto the gear, he has a weird kind of dragon with some pink and blue flames or flowers. I can't quite tell, with some yellow there. Same design on the knee pads here. And then we do have a nice, I don't know if that's a Mexican heritage, something going on with the boots here. Flip it to the back, the design does continue. And then on the back of the trunks, it does say Wild. Moving on to the arms over here, he does have a LWO armband or a Legado del Fantasma armband. I'm not too sure. And then the tattoo detailing is really, really nice on the figure. Now, he does come with an interchangeable set of hands, so he does have the fisted hands already on him. And then you do get the, as I'd call it, the C-type hands, if it'll focus. Oh man, we're dropping them all over the place. Kind of a focus. You can see kind of the designs on that right there. It's wanting to focus on Joaquin himself. So let's try to get that to focus up better. Maybe. There we go. As you can see, the C-type hands right there. All right, so now we can look at the posability and articulation on the figure and the figure itself without the t-shirt on. So he does have a nice little stomach tattoo right up here in the front. And then you flip to the back, he has a huge back tattoo here on the lower back and on the upper back, which does look really, really nice. So for the head articulation, you do get the full 360 swivel, and you do get the ab crunch on normal elites, the waist twist all the way around, the arms nice and buttery smooth, move out, double jointed elbows, nice and buttery smooth as well, wrist rotation, everything's good there. Kick, oh no, oh man. Oh, he just does not kick forward. His legs are locked. Had this issue with the 110 Pete Dunne and the 112 JD McDonough. And the legs go out to the side. Nice. Not as much as I'd like them to, but they go out. Oh, man, it's real stiff. The other one kicks up forward just a little bit further and can kick out to the side, kind of. I don't want to really like force it though, because I don't want to break it. We'll have to heat it up off camera. Anyway, he does have pin in the knees right here, as you can see. So the double jointed pin in the knees, the shin cut, and it can rotate at the ankle like any other elite figure. Overall, I do say I do really like this Joaquin Wilde figure. It definitely is his best figure, but the only downside is his legs are unfortunately locked. I will have to heat that up and fix it off camera, but let's go ahead and dive into the next figure in the pack. For the next figure in the pack, we do have the one that I'm easily the most looking forward to. It is none other than Santos Escobar. It is in his LWO gear, which is outdated due to him not being an LWO anymore. But I'm still really, really excited for the figure. I do think the figure looks really, really well, and I do want to go ahead and dive on into the figure itself. Starting off with the accessories, let's see if they'll focus up better this time. You do get a set of open hands here. He does got the nice paint, as you can see right there, for the ring on the finger, which I do like that. You do get the open hands, and then you get my favorite type of hands, Mike holding hands, C-type hands, whatever you want to call them, and the ring is painted on these as well. And then we can go ahead and look at the figure itself, starting off with the head scan. Holy moly. That is Santos Escobar if I've ever seen him. I thought the head scans on his first release, I believe it was the Elite, correct me if I'm wrong, Elite 87 figure? I want to say Elite 87. I could be totally wrong. I thought the head scan on that was really amazing, but this one, they've really just outdone it. It looks like Santos Escobar to the T. Moving down, you do get the cloth LWO t-shirt, but it is cut differently than you saw on the Joaquin Wilde figure. And then moving down, look at those trunks. Oh my goodness, look at those trunks. Flipping them over to the back, I love the design on the trunks. He does got his armbands right here, as you can see. Really nice with his logos, and the tattoo detailing on the arms is nice. Moving down, you do got the tape behind the knees, and then you got the knee pads with the LDF, standing for Legado del Fantasma, which is interesting. You could use that for a current-day Santos Escobar if you want to, because it doesn't say LWO. It says LDF, which is Legado del Fantasma. Moving down, you do got the gold fringes for the boots, and I do love the design on these boots. Oh, my goodness. They really did go out all out on this Santos Escobar figure. It looks amazing in hand, and we're going to dive into the articulation. All right, so here's a figure with the shirt off, and we can now see the tattoos right there. You do see the, I forget what people call those right there. I don't know exactly if that's what it is. But then we got a nice little butterfly or something down here, down below. No tattoos on the back, but let's go and get into the articulation. So the head, you get a good turn, but due to the long hair, you can't get a full 360 with it, but you do get the ab crunch. The waist swivels all the way around, a little loose. The waist is a little loose on it. Might just be mine. I know that, Mattel does have issues with that every now and then. I'm not too worried about it. The arms, little stiff, but I do tend to like them just a little bit stiff. That way they're not too loose. Double jointed arms, buttery smooth. The hands rotate nice and well on the figure. Then moving down, the leg kicks up nice, smooth, and forward this time around, other than the Joaquin Wilde, way better. And then to kick it out to the side, it does kick out amazing. Same with the other leg. So that is nice to see. This figure is a little bit loose. So as you can see here, I'm able to move it around really well. Feels really, really good in the hand. He does got pins in the knees, so you got the double jointed knees with the pins in, which I do prefer. Shin cut is there, and you do get the ankle articulation there, which is really nice. Really do enjoy the movement and posability on this figure. All in all, I would say this definitely is the best Santos Escobar figure that has ever been made. I know he's had a basic, and I know he's had an elite, but I would say this definitely does beat both of those out by a large margin. I really do enjoy this figure. It moves around really, really well compared to some of the other figures in the set, and I just like the overall execution on this figure. So let's dive into the next figure. For the next figure in the set, diving in, we do have the Zelina Vega, and this figure actually surprisingly looks really, really good in person. Wasn't too excited for it because I do have some Zelina Vega figures already. She has had several figures in the past. She's had some basics. She's had a couple elite releases, the Queen Zelina, the Collector's Edition regular Zelina. I do have both of those. I don't have them on me to compare, but I do like the execution of this figure just looking at it. I do like the gear. I think the gear is awesome from Backlash 2023 when she challenged Rhea Ripley for the SmackDown Women's Championship. And yeah, I do like overall how this figure is looking. So starting off with the accessories, she does come with an interchangeable set of hands, and oh, down she goes. We do have these weird open style hands here that do have a tattoo on the one hand here. And then she also comes with this, which might be my favorite accessory in the entire thing. We do got I believe the Puerto Rican flag, and they've got some nice, like, thick bars in here. That way they stay on there nice. And there are some hooks on there so you can put it over her arms. Nice, glittery, cloth goods material. Do like the way that is looking. Diving into the figure, going straight up, looking at the head scan. The head scan, not too bad. I do think some of our previous scans might be just a little bit better, but this one is not bad. The smile. The white and the blue hair is certainly interesting. Moving down on her top, she does have the Puerto Rican flag on the top. White arm sleeve, blue arm sleeve, down same, continuing with the Puerto Rican flag. And on the back of her tights as well. Moving down, you do got the Puerto Rican flag, the red and white. I do like that, and the blue here. And then my favorite part about the gear is the shoes. I like the Puerto Rican. They're supposed to be Nikes. I know they can't get the rights to put the Nike on the shoes, but they still do look really, really nice. Now we can get to the articulation on the figures. So starting off with a head scan, you can't get much movement with it because of all the hair. Does got ab crunch, and like an Ultimate Edition and all the women's figures, you do get the side to side there. The arms, really stiff. I really recommend being careful with the arms. They don't move out all the way. Arms are very, very stiff. They don't even go down all the way. I don't want to force them, but you just got the pinless, double jointed, which does move nice, as you can see right there. And then, we got the hand swivel. Waist, 360. She kicks forward quite nicely, I would say. And then, as for kicking to the side, also really nicely. The knees, pins in the knees. The knee pad doesn't limit it at all. Moves really, the knee bends really nice. Does have the boot shin cut there. And then the ankle articulation is also there as well. So the articulation is definitely nice on this Zelina Vega. Overall, I do think this is most likely the best Zelina figure. I do think it runs up really, really close with the Elite 99, I believe. The Queen Zelina figure, I think they do run up really, really close together. But I think the accessories that come with this Zelina Vega put the figure over the top, making it the best Zelina Vega figure. Was it a need? Was it necessary? I don't think so personally for my collection. But, you can't have the LWO pack without Zelina Vega. So, overall, I do think the execution on the figure is nice. Other than the hair not being able to put it to a full 360. And the head scan similarities. But, overall, I do enjoy the figure. Diving into the next figure in the set is none other than the Lucha Legend, WWE Hall of Famer, Rey Mysterio. This figure, Wasn't the most hyped for it. I would say it's my least hyped figure out of the set just because it is Rey Mysterio in a promo gear attire. And I would say we've never got a promo gear attire Rey Mysterio, but if you did pick up the Lucha Lowrider, it does come with a promo gear style Rey Mysterio. Now we just do have him in elite form representation here. So going ahead and diving into the accessories. You do get these C-type hands here with the tattoos, so that looks nice right there. My favorite set of hands, particularly myself. Now looking at the figure, starting off with a head scan. Interesting. Very interesting. Like no other Rey Mysterio we've gotten before. The blue and the red with like the shark teeth mouth. Interesting look. And then on the back of the mask, you do got some nice detail there on the back of the mask. Then you do got a different LWO t-shirt. So he is the only one that comes with this blue, red, and white USA style LWO Latino World Order shirt. It is cloth and it is Velcro on the back, which I do prefer Velcro over Velcroless, just personally. Moving down, you do got the jeans right here, just kind of basic plain jeans. You got the nice tattoo, traditional tattooing for Rey Mysterio on the arms, and it'll show it on the figure once I get the shirt off. Moving down, you do get the cool sneakers. Again, I'm pretty sure these are supposed to be Nike, but they do not have the rights to put Nike on these shoes. So you got the red, white, and blue, and then a yellow here and a green here. Not sure if that's accurate or not, but if it is, kudos to Mattel for going the extra mile and getting that right. So now to check out the articulation on the figure, let's go and start off with the head scan. So you do get a full 360 right here with the Rey Mysterio head scan. Here's all the nice tattoo detailing here, which does look amazing. I haven't got a Rey Mysterio, a shirtless, updated Rey Mysterio tatted figure in a long time. Most of them, he does have the tank top. Here's the nice traditional Rey Mysterio skeleton-style tattoos on the back of the figure. He does have ab crunch, a little stiff, but it is there. And then the waist can do 360. Arms, nice and buttery smooth right there, which you love to see it. The double jointed elbows, pinless double jointed elbows, nice and buttery smooth as well. And then the wrist rotation right there, which is nice. Then to kick forward, really nice range of motion there. And wow, he can really kick to the side. So I do love the leg articulation here. He does got pinless double jointed knees, but they do mend and go pretty far. They're not stiff at all. So that's amazing. And then you do got kind of, I wouldn't say the ankle cut here at the shoes. The John Cena shoe mold we do all hate, but the ankle articulation is there. I wouldn't say these are actually kind of stiff, so he does stand up really, really nice. Final overall thoughts on the Rey Mysterio figure. Was it necessary for my collection? Probably not. Overall execution, I do like the way it did turn out. It is kind of basic. It is kind of plain Jane, but it is accurate to what he wore, so I can't complain about that. If we were to get an LWO 5-pack, it wouldn't make sense if it didn't come with Rey Mysterio. So obviously it is nice to get another Rey Mysterio in the collection. And this time it is a more unique, different look. So I guess I am happy to see that. But the overall execution is really, really nice on the figure. And now to dive into the final figure of the set, it is none other than Cruz del Toro, tag team partners with Joaquin Wilde, the final member of the LWO. However, this is not Cruz del Toro's first figure. Quite like the Joaquin Wilde, he has had a suited basic and there is a chase. I do have the chase version, I believe. But yes, there is a suited basic of him. But like I said with the Joaquin Wilde, we're finally getting him in wrestling ring gear. And the way this figure has turned out looks absolutely amazing. Starting off with the accessories, you do get interchangeable C-type hands. My favorite type of hands, like all the other figures in this set. And the one hand is taped up, so that is nice to see. Looking at the figure here, starting off with a head scan, amazing. Looks just like Cruz del Toro, like incredibly just like Cruz del Toro. He does come with the green, white, and red LWO t-shirt, which is Velcroed on the back, which I do prefer Velcro. And he does got a necklace here, as you can see. He comes with a necklace there as well. Moving to the side, you do get the armband, and you do get a gauntlet. So an interchangeable gauntlet here, which is nice. Taped up hands here on the other side. Moving down into the attire. Wow, he does got a lot going on with these pants here. This side you got some like orange or like a light reddish silver design here. And then we got some more silvery, kind of red, maroon, purple, glossy designs here. And then on the back it says Del Toro. I am a huge fan of this attire. This looks absolutely amazing. Moving down, you do get the white boots here on the figure. So yeah, I do like the look and the execution of the gear on this Cruz Del Toro. Alright, now let's dive into the articulation on the figure. Starting off, we have looked at the head scan, which does look amazing, but you do get a nice, easy, quick 360 view. The necklace does get caught on the front of the head scan there, so you got to be careful with that. I will say that is going to be a downfall of the figure. Ab crunch is there, kind of loose. It is the Sin Cara torso, though. 360, really loose waist, so not too thrilled about that, but the arms are nice and buttery smooth when going out to the side, as well as the double joint elbows. Wrist articulation is there, like always. Moving down, the legs kicking forward, kick really, really nice. Love to see that. And then out to the side, amazing as well. Moving down, he does got pins in the knees, but the double jointed pin in the knees, move amazing. Shin cut, a little stiff. Hear that? Really stiff there, so oof, really stiff. And then you do got the ankle articulation, so overall articulation's not bad, other than the loose waist and the stiff shin cut. Not too bad for this Cruz Del Toro. Overall, I will say this is a really, really nice representation of Cruz Del Toro, the best representation we have had yet, and it was one I needed for my collection because I did want an in-ring gear updated Cruz Del Toro / LWO for my collection, so I do highly recommend getting this set for sure, but the overall execution on the figure is absolutely amazing. Other than the few articulation flaws, I will say this figure is really, really nice. Alright, now it's time to rank this LWO Mattel Creations exclusive 5-pack set from my least favorite to my favorite. I do think all the figures came out really, really nice. This one is definitely tough to rank considering some of them are so close, you know, with the accessories, the LWO shirts, etc. But at the end of the day, there is a favorite, there is a least favorite, there is a middle. So let's go and start off with the ranking. In 5th place, I do have the Rey Mysterio figure. Nothing particularly wrong with the figure. It just wasn't the one I needed the most. It just wasn't one that I absolutely had to have. The execution was nice on the figure. I do like the way it poses around. I do think it is the best figure in the set as far as posability. But again, it was not one I needed for the collection. So that is what puts it to 5th place. Coming in at number 4, this was very, very close. But I do gotta go with the Joaquin Wilde figure. And only reason being, the execution of the figure, amazing. Perfect. I love the Joaquin Wilde figure. But the leg articulation is so stiff, it's locked up. It feels like I'm going to break it if I kick forward or if I kick to the side. I'm going to have to heat it up off camera and try to fix around, do some stuff with it to fix it. And I shouldn't have to do that with a figure. I really shouldn't. So that's going to deduct points for the Joaquin Wilde. And that is why he's coming in at number 4. But coming in at number 3 is his tag team partner, Cruz Del Toro. Similar to the Joaquin Wilde, the execution of the figure is amazing. I think the figure is perfect as far as the way it looks like the true real-life character on TV. I think it is a perfect figure as far as that goes. But the minor articulation flaws are what going to deduct the points for the figure itself. Not as bad as the Joaquin Wilde. Everything moves great on it, but he does have a really, really loose waist, and the shin cut is very, very stiff. If you saw back earlier in the review, it is very stiff, makes a lot of screeching noises, which is never fun to see. Coming in at number 2, didn't think this figure would make it that high, but it surprisingly impressed me in person, is going to be the Zelina Vega. I do think the execution of this figure is nice. I do really like this Zelina Vega figure. She's struggling to stand here. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? You'd probably think I would cut this out of the video, but I'm not, because we're humans. We all make mistakes, and I'm not going to cut mistakes out of a video, because this is me just me being myself. Anyway, Zelina Vega coming in at number 2. I do think what jumped this to number 2 was the shoes. I do really like the execution of the shoes and just that big flag accessory. Holy cow, that's amazing. The accessories with the figure, obviously jump boosted it up front. I do think if the Joaquin and the Cruz del Toro had the better articulation, then they would be ahead of her. Because we do already have a Zelina Vega figure, several actually. I already have a couple in my collection. But again, this definitely is the best Zelina Vega figure, so that is why it is up so high. And I do like the overall execution. I didn't necessarily need it for my collection, but now having the figure, I'm really, really glad I got it. Which, putting it to number 1, it was my highest anticipated figure coming into it, and it is my favorite figure overall. After reviewing it and taking a look at it, it is going to be the Santos Escobar. Head scan, amazing. Articulation, amazing. Gear, amazing. Accessories, amazing. Overall execution, amazing. It literally looks like Santos Escobar jumped from SmackDown, shrunk down, jumped through my phone, and jumped into my hand in figure form. That is what this figure is. By far the best figure in the set, in my opinion. And it was my most anticipated, most hyped figure of this set. The main reason I actually bought this set too, so yeah, I do really, really like the Santos Escobar, so that is why he's coming in at number 1. Overall thoughts on the set, I do think the set is amazing. I do think it is well worth the $100 price point. If you put figures $22.99 a piece, you're definitely getting your money's worth and more with the accessories you do get with the figure, the big, giant, cool packaging you do get with it, and the head scans, I think, is a strong suit on this set. It is definitely a head scan heavy set. It is a cloth goods heavy set. Accessories, not so much. You just really get a lot of interchangeable hands other than you do get the big cloth Zelina Vega cape, but that goes down the cloth goods category. I do think it is a boot heavy set as well because I do like the shoes and the boots on all these figures. Again, I do think it's well worth the $100 price point. I did need this for my collection. I do recommend, if you're an LWO fan, 1000% get this. But I do recommend getting it for your collection anyway, because I do think this is a great collector's piece for your collection. And I highly recommend. And I want to thank you guys for watching this video. And I'll see you guys in the next one, primetime, in the new LWO 5-pack set. We are out!